A vegetable exists that produces 8 to 12 pounds of edible food from a single plant, keeps producing for 8 months straight from one planting, and stores fresh in a root cellar or refrigerator for up to 6 months without any processing. It was the primary fresh winter vegetable in American gardens for 150 years before disappearing completely in one generation. Frank Miller here with Heritage Garden Wisdom, and the plant I'm showing you today is so productive that one 30-foot row feeds a family of 6 all winter. So storage stable that you harvest once in fall and eat fresh until spring with zero canning or freezing. So nutritious it contains 42% of the daily value for vitamin C per serving and more fiber than most vegetables. This crop was in every victory garden during World War II. Every farm had multiple rows, and seed catalogs featured it prominently. Then frozen food companies realized you cannot sell people frozen vegetables when they are eating fresh from storage for half the year. Cannot create dependency when one harvest lasts 3 seasons. So they promoted vegetables requiring freezing and canning while systematically removing the ultimate storage vegetable from every seed catalog in America. In the 1950s, Clarence Birdseye's freezing technology went mainstream, and frozen vegetables were marketed as modern convenience. Fresh storage vegetables were portrayed as old-fashioned and labor-intensive. Storage vegetables like rutabaga were particularly attacked, called depression food, wartime necessity, not for modern families. Seed companies followed market trends, and rutabaga varieties declined in catalogs. By the 1960s, 1 or 2 varieties instead of 6 to 8. By the 1970s, many catalogs dropped them completely. Remaining listings were buried in specialty sections with no promotion, just obscurity. Agricultural extension services stopped teaching rutabaga cultivation. Universities ceased breeding programs. Research focused on crops compatible with industrial processing, frozen, canned, shipped. Rutabagas do not process well for freezing, do not can easily, and do not ship economically due to weight. They were incompatible with the industrial food system, so they were ignored. By the 1980s, most Americans under 30 had never eaten rutabaga, never seen one growing, and did not know what it was. Complete erasure in one generation. Meanwhile, in Scotland, Scandinavia, and parts of Canada, continuous cultivation never stopped. The knowledge stayed where it was culturally valued. Brassica napus var napa brassica, rutabaga, Swede, or Swedish turnip. The botanical name is Brassica napus var napa brassica. It is commonly called rutabaga in North America, Swede in the United Kingdom, and Swedish turnip across Europe. The name rutabaga comes from the Swedish word rutabaga, meaning root bag or root bunch. It is a cross between wild cabbage and turnip, and it develops massive roots. 8 to 12 pounds is common, with some varieties reaching 20 pounds. The roots store naturally for 3 to 6 months in cool conditions. 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal with high humidity. Root cellars, unheated basements, even refrigerator crisper drawers all work. The yield is extraordinary. One rutabaga plant produces 1 root, but that root is enormous. 10 pounds on average. Plant 20 plants and harvest 200 pounds of food. Compare that to carrots, where 20 carrot plants might produce 10 pounds total. Rutabagas yield 20 times more per plant. Storage capability is what made rutabagas essential before refrigeration existed. Harvest in October, store cool, and eat fresh until March or April. 5 to 6 months with no canning equipment, no freezer, no electricity required, just cool, dark storage. This was food security before industrial systems. 100 grams of fresh rutabaga contains about 25 milligrams of vitamin C, which is 42% of the daily required levels. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant required for collagen synthesis and immune function. One medium rutabaga provides 9 grams of fiber, which is 24% and 36% of the recommended daily fiber intake for men and women respectively. Rutabagas contain high levels of manganese, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, calcium, iron, and zinc, as well as vitamin C, E, K, and members of the B family. Rutabagas are particularly high in antioxidant compounds, including glucosinolates, which are sulfur-containing compounds that have been shown to reduce the growth of cancer. Complete winter nutrition from storage roots. Compared to frozen vegetables requiring processing, freezers, and electricity, rutabagas need none of this. Harvest, store, eat. The simplest system possible. Seeds are available in most catalogs but buried in specialty sections. Plant in summer for fall harvest. This timing is critical. Rutabagas need a long season, 100 to 110 days from seed to harvest. Plant mid-June to mid-July depending on your first frost date. Calculate backward from frost because roots must mature before hard freeze. Plant seeds half an inch deep, 6 inches apart, in rows 18 inches apart or in blocks with 8-inch spacing. Germination takes 7 to 10 days. Thin seedlings to 12 inches apart when they reach 3 inches tall, and eat the thinnings as baby greens, tender and delicious. The thinned seedlings are the first harvest. Water regularly until established. After that, rutabagas are drought-tolerant because deep taproots access subsoil moisture, less water than most vegetables. No fertilizer is needed typically. Rutabagas grow well in poor soil. Too much nitrogen creates leafy tops and small roots. Lean soil produces better roots. Pests are minimal. Flea beetles may nibble leaves early but do not hurt root development. No diseases typically occur in home gardens, essentially a trouble-free crop. By September, roots are sizing up visibly. Foliage is large, 2 feet across, and dark blue-green. Roots swell underground. Wait for sizing. Harvest in October after light frost. Rutabagas like cool weather, as their sweet flavor is enhanced by exposure to frosts. Frost sweetens roots by converting starches to sugars and improving flavor. Harvest after first frost but before hard freeze at 25 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Dig carefully because roots are large and heavy. Do not pierce the skin. Damaged roots do not store well. Cut tops off, leaving 1 inch of stem. Do not wash. Dirt protects during storage. Rutabagas exhibit a very good shelf life and can be stacked at 35 degrees Fahrenheit for up to 6 months. Store in a root cellar, basement, or unheated garage, buried in sand or sawdust. Ideal temperature is 40 to 50 degrees with 90% humidity. Roots keep 5 to 6 months with some reports of 8-month storage. Retrieve as needed, peel, and cook. The taste is like sweet turnip, earthy and slightly peppery when raw, sweet when cooked. Roasts beautifully, mashes smooth, and is excellent in stews. One planting providing fresh vegetables half the year with 0 processing, just harvest and store. The simplest system possible. Rutabagas store completely fresh with no equipment, no processing, no electricity. Frozen vegetables need freezers. Canned vegetables need jars. Rutabagas need cool space. You eat them fresh all winter with texture and flavor that is fresh. Better nutrition than frozen or canned. Frozen loses nutrients over time. Canned loses more, but fresh storage maintains maximum nutrition. You pull as needed with complete flexibility. Want 1 rutabaga? Pull 1. Frozen vegetables are committed once thawed. Canned are committed once opened. Rutabagas are used individually. You can harvest the largest roots first and leave smaller ones in the ground where they continue growing if conditions allow, or store longest if harvested smallest. 200 pounds of rutabagas takes maybe 10 cubic feet of storage space. 200 pounds of frozen vegetables need significant freezer space, a dedicated appliance with energy consumption. Excess rutabagas are given to neighbors whole and maintain freshness. Frozen vegetables do not transport well for sharing and thaw during travel. Rutabagas that start sprouting or going soft can be fed to chickens, pigs, or goats with zero waste. Frozen vegetables cannot transition to livestock feed economically. The vegetable that produces 50 pounds from one plant, stores fresh for 6 months without processing, and contains 42% of daily vitamin C was the primary winter vegetable in American gardens for 150 years. Frozen food companies erased it in one generation, called it old-fashioned, removed it from catalogs, and stopped promoting it because fresh storage vegetables destroy frozen food sales. Like this video, subscribe to Heritage Garden Wisdom, share this with someone who wants winter food security, and comment below, are you planting rutabagas or staying with frozen vegetables? Frank needs to know who is ready for real winter food independence.